Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 11, verse 33. Take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot.
That's it. You got something else?
This is Ecclesiasticus 27:27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh.
Okay, now, are we still in Isaiah 42?
That was it.
Okay, now let's...
You just want the 22nd verse?
Yeah.
I'm going to read it again.
Yeah, read again.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, restore.
Yeah, because they're not being restored. When they come out of the prison system, in other words, when they go in the prison system, they're supposed to become rehabilitated, right? Or restored. Now, to be restored is to know that you're an Israelite. To know, if anything, Esau's supposed to teach you you're an Israelite. This is when the Sabbath comes in. This is when the Passover comes in. This is when you do that. We're going to have the Hebrew class. You know, if Esau really want to be technical, because Esau knows that you're Israelites, man. He don't want to restore you. The elite knows that you're Israelites. They want to keep you in this darkness. That's it on that, right? Now let's go to Isaiah 61:1.
Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the broken heart.
And that's what we're doing. We're out there to teach the meek, to bind up the brokenhearted. Go ahead.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
To tell them that they're going to be freed. Go ahead.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
And opening up, because that's what's going to happen. Those people in the prison system, the gates are going to be opened up, because the society is going down. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 51:14. The captive exile hasteneth, that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail.
Now let's go from there to Psalms 42, verse 7.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 42, verse 7. Deep calleth unto deep all the noise of the water spouts, all the water spouts. All thy waves and thy billows are gone over me. That was it on that.
Okay, I probably gave you the wrong scripture. Give me Acts 5:18-19.
Acts chapter 5. This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 18. And laid their hands on the apostles and put them in the common prison. But the angel of the Lord by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, Go stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life.
Yeah, so basically, back there during the time of the disciples, they were locked up in prisons, but the Most High always delivered them. All right, give me Matthew's. I believe that's 5:25.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison.
No, keep reading.
Okay. It says, Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing.
Yeah, so in this society, you got to listen to these laws. Now, even if they pass laws that are against the scriptures, because when they push that, you know, the pushing of that microchip, when they really push that, there's going to be a penalty, and Barack Obama already proved that he'll penalize you with the Obamacare, because he said if you don't involve yourself in that Obamacare, you're going to be penalized in the form of a tax. So when they push that the microchip, they're going to penalize you. They're going to charge you a certain amount of money. Then if you don't have that money, they're going to lock you up. So there's going to come a point where you're going to have to disobey the laws of this man's system. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 142 and 7. I believe this is the one you wanted.
That's what I wrote down, but I didn't
Okay.
okay. That was my mistake. I meant to say Psalms 142 and 7 because I wrote it down.
Scripture. It says, bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me.
Read that again.
It says, bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name.
Now, ultimately, that prison is talking about America. When the Most High delivers us out of this place, we're going to praise his name because we're going to all know his name, because we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. And there's not going to be any controversy as to what his name is. Right, the truth is going to be known to all Israel. And then there's going to be, you're going to have heads over Israel. There's going to be order in the kingdom, man. There's going to be order in the kingdom. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai told Peter that. In, was that Matthew 19:27? We don't have to get that. But anyway, you can read it at home. Basically, he said we gave up all. We gave up our families. We gave up our jobs. We gave up fields. We gave up lands. We gave up this. We gave up that to follow you. What we're going to get? What are we going to get in return? And he said, ye that have followed me in a regeneration, you shall get everything back 100-fold, and you're going to sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So is that order or not? That's straight up order. Right, go ahead.
This is Psalms 143 and 9. Deliver me, O Lord, from mine enemies. I flee unto thee to hide me. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my power. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Quicken me, O Lord, for thy name's sake. For thy righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. And of thy mercy cut off mine enemies, and destroy all them that afflict my soul, for I am thy servant.
Yeah, it didn't say to help your enemies. It says to destroy them, cut them off, jack them up. Is there more to that? Okay. All right, now let's go from there to, I'm sorry, did you find anything in that chapter that I told you about? Anything of importance?
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Okay, this is from the latest book, which we're about to put on ebook and about to have the copies made. And this we're going to read part of a chapter, which is chapter 5, which is entitled The Devil's Wrath. All right?
It says, our forefather David once referred to the wicked as the sword of the Most High, Psalm 17:13. Seeing that a sword is an instrument of death, who shall frustrate or disappoint the intent and desire of the Heavenly Father, Isaiah 55 and 11. Who hath resisted his will, Romans 9:19. The so-called white man was created to be the murderer and destroyer. Edom is, and will continue to fulfill his sole purpose of creation, which is to play the role of the wicked. As Cain, the progenitor of the Edomites in the reincarnation, he was the first murderer on the earth, Genesis 4:8. It was through violence and the sword that the so-called white man first came into power, beginning with Alexander and continuing with the conquering sword of Columbus. As his kingdom draws towards its end, the devil plans to fiercely storm upon the people of the Lord, having great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, Revelation 12:12. Undoubtedly, this extreme anger, rage, and fury will be displayed by the sword of the Most High, the devil, during the critical hour of martial law. In preparation for this very moment, Esau established NORTHCOM, United States Northern Command. Following the World Trade Center attacks of September 11, 2001, NORTHCOM is a unit of the U.S. Department of Defense and military. Its fundamental task and purpose essentially is to provide military assistance and support to U.S. civil authorities under the discretion of either the President or Secretary of State. Its jurisdiction includes the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and portions of the Caribbean. NORTHCOM works closely with the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, National Security Agency, NSA, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI.
And by the way, all these acronyms that the brother's reading, they're talking about this gun confiscation, But all these organizations, FEMA, Social Security Administration, and many others that we're reading, they're all stockpiling bullets, hollow point bullets. So what they show you and they didn't show you that in the news, for them to stockpile billions of hollow point bullets, the news should tell you that they're doing it, and they should ask, why are they doing this? But the average person doesn't know